Ignorant is the bear child who left his mother, actually pretending to be Mencius to the hungry ancestor bear. This is a guy who shivers when even bipedal animals see. How dare the little lion? He regrets it. Just like a naughty child discovered, the teddy bear ran into the bushes. However, Zhongxiong will not forgive him for his little uncle. The dog mother subconsciously hid in it, but Zhongxiong still walked towards this side. What to do? He will eat the little lion, looking at the children behind. Mother dog. The nursery rhyme dashed out without looking back. Facing a lord who was dozens of times larger than him, he barked like mad, as if every paw was exerting all its strength. The children were found, and there was no doubt that they would die. He could only use his body to fulfill the promise he had made. Zhongxiong suddenly turned his head and rushed towards him. The dog mother's petite body became an advantage. He quickly moved through the forest. Zhongxiong's bulky body was panting. He finally caught up with the dog mother. The dog mom actually sneaked back while Zhongxiong wasn't paying attention. He couldn't relax about the little lion, but he was still hanging on. The dog tag is obviously not. How could a local appear in the primitive forest? 2 days ago, he was a prestigious celebrity dog, well known in the area, but the class had to travel with the owner. A storm struck outside the wall, overturning the boat. Although the owner was rescued successfully, he was swept to a deserted island by huge waves. The next day, the class was thinking about how to survive here. A huge roar suddenly came from the top of the head. He knew that the owner was looking for him, but he could not hear the huge voice no matter how loudly he called. In the forest, he seemed so small, and the class really wanted to return to its master. At this moment, he suddenly heard some noise and approached. Jing looked at it. It was a nest of little lions waiting to be fed, but Banji knew they wouldn't survive a few seconds. Because he saw with his own eyes in the morning that the lioness died under the hunter's gun. The class now has difficulty protecting itself. He just wants to find the owner, but the little lion keeps coming out to see the poor lion. There is also an eagle hunting overhead, classifying the young eagle. With a soft heart, he decided to adopt 4 lion cubs, but he had no idea how hard it is to be a mother. Naughty. He gave up, but still looked for milk on him. This worried him a lot. He wanted to tell the little lion that he really didn't have any. He could only go out and pick some raspberries to feed them, but the little lion was not interested at all. The class also did not know what to do just here. A wild rabbit ran past. The little lion's eyes lit up and raised the lion's tail. Although the chicken understood, the rabbit seems to have understood too. As soon as he got away, Banji quickly followed, but the rabbit is a local after all, taking advantage of the familiar terrain, moving left and right, jumping up and down. It didn't take long to shake off Banji, but he underestimated the power of a dog's nose. Banji followed the scent left by the rabbit and cornered her in a dead alley. Seeing the danger getting closer and the rabbit who had nowhere to run gave up resistance. Looking at her pitiful appearance, Banji felt. He leaned in and gently licked the rabbit's head. It's a kind of comfort, isn't it? How could I be eaten by a dog for kindly adopting 4 little lions? Go ahead and hum another one. That might also be the mother's life. Good deeds always get rewarded. The delicious roast chicken attracted the whole class. The hunter who killed the lioness just popped his head out. The class was scared and hid, only to see the hunter bring the roast chicken back to the house. He poked out again to find 2 unprocessed cats hanging above his head. Finally having an idea, he did what he thought, climbed up the firewood pile along the firewood, bit one of them, and started to turn hard. Tried several times in succession, finally broke free from the troubles tied to the chicken feet. The successful class happily rushed back. Now the little lion saw in luck. Quickly the trigger came to the nest and threw the dead chicken in. He was gnawing at the raspberries to stave off hunger, and then he died. Such a day quickly passed. The forest at night is particularly lively with all kinds of strange and rare creatures emerging in an endless stream. The class was scared and shivering. He understood that he didn't belong here. The next day, he ran back and forth to gather stones, helped the little lions to reinforce their den, thinking about giving them a last feast before leaving this place to find his master. He once again ventured to the hunter's place, although it feels terrifyingly close. But looking at the dead hanging above the head, he still decided to take the risk. As a result, the hunter lurked nearby, and the class was caught. The hunter looked at the class's dog rank and learned that this is the missing star group recently. He was also offered a high bounty. He happily tied the class to the tree, preparing to take it away. Just when he was going back to pack up, the class tried to escape, but this rope was too thick. No matter how hard he tore and bit, it was of no use.